Hello, my name is Sven. I'm from this organization, Athletes21. I'm asked to explain a little bit more on why we have so much knowledge on portability of learning and accelerated learning. The problem is that athletes spend a lot of time traveling to their trainings, airports, impossible to open your books there, hotels. It's very often a very lonely happening. So the solution is to participate in open source and European Union projects on e-learning, the portability and accelerated learning, memorization techniques, and that's why we have knowledge about and why we participate, for example, in the open source community around Moodle. That's a learning management system. We also have a lot of knowledge on ludification elements, bringing in gamification into learning. We also have a lot of knowledge on esports, participating on living labs with sports, for example. How to use esports to bring people back into clubs, for example. Just Google Beat Saber, for example. These are the kind of funny games that you can use in a club, for example. And here the open community around the Anki app. As you can see, that is an eFlashcard system that allows our athletes to study whenever they want. They just open up their mobile phones, and if they are traveling or if they have 5 minutes, they just choose a deck of cards. Then you have a question on one side, you click with your finger, and then you have to guess the answer. And then you flash the answer on the other side. And then you can indicate how easy it was for your brain to have this answer re-emerge from your brain. And that allows an algorithm to predict when someone's brain is going to forget something, and then re-show that flashcard 1 or 2 days before that happens. And that sends a very strong signal to the brain to put this in a longer term memory, or more correctly interconnect the 200 cells that make up the neural network where this knowledge re-emerges from, to intertwine that even more and to reinforce the pathways to that group of cells. That of course links up with here at the bottom the School Education Gateway, and here the EU Science Hub on education and digital education. We also participate in here the European Union Open Batches platform, the Europass CV, that's a standard format for CVs, or the Youth Pass for certifying non-formal education. And then here we also use the ESCO qualification system, the European classification of skills and competences. That was something that has been developed by the Director General of Education, because it was very difficult to understand what skills somebody had, even if they had a certain diploma. But if that comes from the 27 European Union states, it was still difficult to understand what kind of skills people really had. And so they made a classification system that I believe now has more than 130,000 codes that correspond exactly with a certain skill. So if you followed, for example, a training course, and you manage a certain skill, you've acquired a new skill, then we can give you the ESCO code that goes with it, and that comes to you in the form of an electronic badge and gets immediately integrated in your Europass CV or Youth Pass CV. So if that is interesting, you can reach us on this Facebook, Athletes21, just Google it, or here's my email address. Thank you very much.